excuse the the junk on my coffee table, but I love these pillow covers I got from Amazon. They were really inexpensive, and I just put them over the top of the pillows that came with this couch. They're real kind of really soft, nice pillows. They're filled with down feathers and all of that. So I measured it, and then I bought these, and I call them my fall pillows, but they're not like in your face fall. I just really love them. Yeah. I just put them on last night. I did some changing around to my living room. Now, I did not clean my living room before filming this. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this mirror, of which I love. It's my daughter's mirror, and I babysat it when she was in college, and I grew attached to it. And they moved into their new home they had built, and she gave it to me because she said she just didn't know where to put it. And I'm like, yeah. So now that I have it, I am trying to figure out where I want it. Anyway, I put the couch, I didn't fluff the pillows or anything, but I put the couch here, and then I'm sitting in a chair that's kind of quartered on the opposite side. I hung a few more things on the wall. I am not a minimalist, you guys. I am definitely, I wouldn't say I like clutter, but I just like to display my favorite things. So I guess it can become cluttery looking, but it's where I'm happiest. So anyway, because there it is, the AC is behind there. There's actually quite a bit of room behind there. It doesn't look like it perhaps, but there is. But once that goes away, I'm going to experiment even more with this part of the living room. It kind of kicks back there. The front door's here, and then it kicks back quite a ways back in there. But there's a few ideas that I have for kind of that space once the air conditioning is gone. And then to separate this part of the house, because this is a huge great room, ignore those boxes, from this side, which is obviously in need of some straightening. I wanted to put the TV over here, and this is where it has been, and I just kind of tilted it this direction. I have a chair that I'm sitting in right here, got a lamp to kind of distinguish this side from that side. Anyway, so yeah, I had some fun. I'm one of those people that definitely get my dopamine fix from decorating, and I like to do it at night, and I usually have something going on the TV like Harry Potter, whatever is sort of like in the season, and I'm rushing fall because I want it so bad. Also, something that I have always wanted for years is an antique secretary desk. The kind that has the it's not super wide, but they have the hutch basically that sits on top of it, and then the desk part has like a fold down area. I'm looking for an antique that I can put over on the wall here on the left side. When I showed you the couch, that, looking at the couch and that big window on the left side, I'd like to put it on that wall there. And I don't know, I've just always wanted one of those. I don't want it to be like dark cherry wood. I want it to be more of like a burled oak or something almost could also be something a little unfinished or rustic in the natural grain of the wood. I don't know. I do know. I have something kind of specific that I'm wanting. I have an inspiration photo. I will put it up here of what really just exemplifies kind of my vision. And I would do that with it. I would kind of use it as a display piece, but I would also store my bills in the drawers because, again, that is something that I really need. I have this really, can you see it on the island? Oh, the light is too bright, but I have this tiered
plate thing, and I just stick some of my bills up there, or I'll put my bills on the top shelf thing of this thing that I put over there, and it's just this cluttered area that I can't stand. I don't have any place other than this little file cabinet thing. It's not a cabinet, it's like a basket thing. So having a secretary desk would be something that I would absolutely utilize. I would probably even sit over there, maybe even edit videos. Mostly though, it would be an amazing storage, because they usually have drawers underneath, it's part of the bottom part of the secretary desk. So I'm constantly looking for that one that catches my eye. I think it would be really pretty to do something like that behind the couch. I have another photo that kind of shows, the first one that I put up was more of how I could totally see myself utilizing it and displaying things on it and keeping that desk part open, have a little lamp on it. The other one that I'll put up is where I kind of imagine that going in my house, because this photo shows, kind of how the couch can come forward, and I do have that big window, and I could put it on one side or the other. And so those were my kind of inspiration of how I could put a secretary desk in this house. I've been wanting to walk, and I have felt so much better this week. I think even better so far than even last week, which I felt much better last week than the week before. So that's promising. I have been in the mood to walk, but we have had fires around this. I think there's some in Canada, and there's some in northern Washington, I think somewhere. Anyway, it's causing us to have very bad air quality here. And also my daughter lives very close to the border of Oregon, and they also have had terrible air quality. So has my other daughter, who lives north of us. So they don't recommend that you go outside unless you absolutely have to, and definitely not to exercise or anything like that. So today's Monday, and I felt like walking yesterday and the day before, but yesterday the air quality was just terrible. I mean, it was terrible. So today I looked, because it doesn't smell as bad as it did yesterday. I feel like it's a little better today, but I looked on my phone and it says it's the same at this time as it was yesterday at this time. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to walk today. I really slept in today, I didn't get out of bed till 10:30, which is why it's currently 11:35 and I still look like this. But to my defense, Loki wanted to go outside. It was about 5:30 in the morning. So I got up and let him outside, and all the animals came out thinking we're starting our day. And I'm like, oh no, we're not. So we went back to bed, and I just allowed myself to continue sleeping, and voila, here it is, 11:35. And I have not really started my day. I did drink my coffee in my fall. Let me show you. I love this mug. I got this at last year at Home Goods. Isn't that pretty? I got 2 of them. It's a good size too. So I've whipped that out and embracing the pretend fall that it is not quite yet, because I'm so ready for fall. We have had a very busy couple weeks when it comes to doctor's appointments. We've had almost something to do every single day for the last couple weeks. This week we only have one so far anyway, and we're gonna have one next week. So that's good. We're kind of slowing things down. So things have quieted down this week, and I'm hoping it stays that way. Something that I've had looming over my head is I still need to get somebody in to give me a quote on fixing the collapsed roof in the dining room and the other damage that has occurred. I did email and reach out to a company because I honestly don't know who to reach out to for this. And they never got back to me. So a week went by, and another week has gone by, basically. So this week is going to be trying to find people to let me know what it's going to cost to get that taken care of. Since the insurance of the contractors, since they sent someone out to investigate and do whatever their report is, I have not heard anything from them. And that was at least, God, was it a month ago when they came out? So I haven't heard anything. I don't know what's going on. I was told that if I don't get this fixed and more damage occurs, they are not responsible for that. I swear, insurance. So I need to get, and that means that I'm going to have to pay for it out of my pocket and then hope they will reimburse me. I personally am doubting they are going to take fault for this, and at which time I will have to file through our insurance company. Anyway, guys, I just want you to know nothing has occurred. I'm still not anywhere with this whole thing, with the collapsed situation in the dining room. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I will link the video where I even show footage of what happened down below in the description area, so you can get the sort of down low on what happened over there in my dining room and what occurred prior to that to make it happen. Allegedly. Gosh. So, yeah, I thought I'd give you a little update on that. Okay, I'm going to let you go, and I will meet you up somewhere in this vlog, so I'm doing something else. All right. It's been a while since we've gone anywhere together in the car. Okay, well, I'm on my way to the pharmacy, which is in that cute, adorable little grocery store, to pick up my son's prescription. He asked if I could do that for him. Otherwise, he'll have to wait until his day off because he gets off of work after they close. So I said, yes, I can do that. So that is where I'm on my way to go, I should say. I am going to call to make an appointment. I'm overdue to have my eyes checked and to get new glasses and all that business. But what's really prompting me to do it, because I really procrastinate on that, is that I have floaters, which is not unusual. You tend to get more of them as you get older. But within the last several days, these floaters are in this eye. And they're right in like my line of sight, and there's like little black squiggly line and then like another line, and it's a floater. It's not like, it's like a solid black bright line or anything, but they really are annoying. It makes my vision off on this eye. It makes me feel like I have to constantly clean my glasses. But also what happens is I get these white, like on the perimeter, the outside perimeter of my vision, especially if I'm going to bed and the lights are off and my eyes are still open, but I get these like white light, like lines, like kind of concave to the shape of my eye. And it happens in both my eyes, though. That's the weird thing. And then today, just now, actually, I feel like I'm getting like a tension headache, which could be because I have been on my phone and my laptop a little too long. But what I'm wondering, especially mostly with white like things that I see now and again, is back when I had a really strange thing happen with my eyes, and it was kind of scary, and I went to the emergency room thinking I was having some sort of stroke, and it was like these I can't, like prism, colorful, like light things going on. And it was just, I want to say it was just one eye. Anyway, I was told that it was an ocular migraine. And I thought, okay, that's weird. So I wonder if that's what I'm having, is I'm having ocular migraines, maybe from eye tension, stress, whatever. But I'm still going to get it checked out because I want to make sure everything's healthy. It always is. I've never had any red flags or anything weird with my eye exams. But anyway, it would put me at ease if I went ahead and got my exam and tell them what's going on, and if they decide to send me to the kind of doctor that my husband goes to with his diabetic neuropathy, which is like more of a retina specialist kind of person, then that'll be fine. I seriously doubt it would get that far, but I don't know. I don't want to mess with my eyes. I don't want to do that. So I think I'll go ahead and call about that either, what time is it today right now? It's 2:49. I'll either call about that today or tomorrow, make an appointment. I think since it's so close and it's the same place my husband goes to, I'll make an appointment there. He goes to the, what's it called? Claris Eye Center. They have specialists and whatnot there, so I'm thinking about maybe just make an appointment there. I've never had my eyes checked there, but the other place that I used to go to before we moved up north was on the west side, and I wasn't ever really super happy with them. But this place is over very close to our house, so I think I'll just go there. If I'm not happy there, I'll keep looking. Something else that I've been kind of wanting to do, but it depends if this weird headache that if the headache thing kind of subsides, because that literally just happened when I was setting up my little GoPro camera here in the car. That was our vet place calling me to probably let me know what they found in the newest echocardiogram that I brought Loki down for. But I'm going to want to actually, it's probably going to be a little bit more than I want to deal with when I'm in the car here. So, just going to want to tell me stuff. So I'll call her when I get back home, find out what they found in the newest one. I'm hoping maybe they'll be like, well, I really think we can take Loki off one of those medications. Be like, yay, that would be great. All right, guys, I am going to go pick up Shane's prescription. I might see what they have by ways of a choice for me to eat later on, and I will see you guys a little later. Hi guys. Oh yes, here's the Lokster. Yes, there he is. Oh my gosh, and there's Buddy. Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, you're gonna get my glasses. Oh my gosh. Oh. Hi everybody. I'm back home. Hi. Here's Loki. He's burrowing into my lap. Hi, babies. Hi. Yes. He's only panting because he was burrowing and digging. Huh? Yes. Yeah, you were being silly. Yes, you was. Yes. You were being silly, huh? Are you being silly? Yes. I'm gonna get the tongue. Yes, I will. You're such an alien. You're such a little alien. Yes, but I love you. Yes. But I love you. Yes, I do. Oh, goodness. Yes. I just listened to the voicemail that about his echocardiogram, so I'm going to be calling them. She didn't really say much. She said that they might make a change to his medication, but it's not bad, and they just kind of want to see how he's been doing. So it doesn't sound like, anything major, and that everything's okay, but I'm gonna have to give them a call back to get more details about that. I am getting ready to put on Bewitched. I have my set, my Bewitched series boxed set, if you will. And I am going to put it in. I can watch season 1 through 4 on Prime, and all but one of those seasons you have to watch commercials. Kind of is fun though, because they take the same commercial breaks as the actual show would. So it doesn't really bother me, but they don't have 5 and up. And honestly, I only watched season 5 because on season 6, 7, 8, it's with the other Darren. I'm not into the other Darren, so I like the original first Darren. I tell you, the GoPro camera, it doesn't get along with me at all. We don't have a good relationship. I make sure that the microphones, my Rode wireless, because there's the one that you mount on the camera, the receiver, and then the actual lapel mic that you put on you, and they both have to be charged individually. So I have been charging it on and off. Like, it won't hold a charge forever, so I just have to make sure that it's constantly charged in case I want to use them. So I did. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to take you guys with me when I go do my one errand today. So I did, and I mounted everything. It wouldn't come on. The actual receiver wouldn't turn on, like it was dead. And I'm like, what the heck? Well, I forgot that the other part that has to be charged, the one that has to be charged actually, is the actual battery itself that fits underneath my, has a little space for me to slide it underneath the GoPro cage thing. So I'm charging that right now. So that's why I am actually on my phone at the moment, because even though the GoPro has its own sort of microphone in it, it's still, this microphone here is better. If I had a little, it's a different type of connection, I would be able to use my lapel mic and all of that with my actual phone camera here, but I don't have that, so we're just gonna have to rely on the phone. And then I do tweak it in editing. I do add to the sound quality when I'm in editing, when I do use my phone sound. So that's probably what we're gonna do. So it is definitely better air quality today. I wouldn't say it's great, but I can see at least the sky, and it is kind of bluish. I don't smell the smoke today, whereas yesterday I did, and actually made you cough. It was just terrible yesterday. But I'm not sure I am 100% on board in walking yet in the outside air. It's time for me to request some helper hair from Wigs by Patty's Pearls to show you. So you know what? I would love your suggestions down below if you enjoy watching those, and let me know what you suggest I take a look at, and I will look through them, and then I'll search for them and see, you know, kind of what looks appealing, and we'll do that. I know that Raquel Welch came out with some new styles. I haven't really given them a good look, but I'll take a look at those and see if any of them sort of appeal to me, or if I think any of them will appeal to you. We tend, I think, to have very similar taste for the most part. I think we attract what we sort of put out. Also, on those lines, it's funny because you would think that I would follow a bunch of beauty channels. I really don't. But I thought it would be fun to share with you a couple of my favorites. And it's probably going to surprise you because they have nothing to do with beauty at all, honestly. So one of them is, she is in her late 60s. I absolutely love her. I will put her channel down below. You can click on it if it seems like it's something you might want to be interested in. and I'll put it up here. Her name is Diane Schiffer, I believe, and I mostly follow her on Instagram. We have some helicopters. And an Army plane. So we had an Army helicopter and an Army plane. We don't live too far from the Army base, so we get a lot of that. Anyway, she's just like this vibe of calmness. Another thing she goes by is just kind of Nana. She's just sort of that grandmother figure that you adopt, you know, and she is very calming. Her channel's very calming. I just adore her. She loves the 40s, 30s, 40s is her era, and she decided years ago to go on full like dress vintage, and she has the most amazing collection of like 40s, 30s, 40s dresses, and she really wears them every day as her clothing, and it is just, I just love her. I love her Instagram, so check her out. It is just, it's great. She posts several times, you know, Instagram's like short little bursts of content, and so she posts several times a day, and she just posts what's going on in her day, and then she takes the weekends off, and you don't see her over the weekends. Her YouTube channel, she was starting to get into that, but for the most part, it's just carryover from her Instagram. And you'll see way more content on Instagram from her. Same with well, he has a pretty good YouTube channel as well. The other person that I really love following, he comes up a lot on like the shorts and like the Instagram stories and stuff like that. And he's called Lion Dad. And he works at sort of a conservation center when it comes to rehabilitating animals. He really wants to educate people about wolves specifically, and he talks about, of course, lions and such as well. But he takes care of all the animals really throughout the entire facility that he works at. What you do in there, Loke? And I love his short little videos, and the animals absolutely love him. He has an excellent bond with all of them. He loves what he does. He's living his dream, basically. He's quite young. I would say he's in his 30s. But he's been doing it for 15, 16 years. I just love his content. I love what he's trying to do. Yeah. You know what's really cool about him is and I actually wrote a little comment about this. I don't know if he read it or not, but he reminds me so much. He reminds me of my dad, even though he's, of course, quite young, but he does. I feel like he's channeled my dad in a lot of the way he is with especially the wolves. My dad was like a dog whisperer in his own right. He loved animals, period. Any kind of animal, he absolutely loved them. But dogs specifically, he had this unspoken like thing with any dog. And he came across a lot of them in his work. He was he worked for the phone company back then. It was called Pac Bell. It's not called that anymore. But he was a troubleshooter. So we lived up in the mountains, and he would sometimes come across some pretty mean dogs. And they would just, it was crazy. They would stop in their tracks and look at my dad, and pretty soon my dad was petting them, and they were wagging their tails, and it was crazy. But the way that he played with dogs, and the way that he even plays with cats and the animals that we had over the years, and then I watched this kid roughhouse and stuff, with the wolves, and
and whatever the animals he's in there with, and it reminds me so much of my dad, and it's so comforting, actually. So those are the two channels that I watch every single day. And if I have, I subscribe to them, so if they have new content, I know. And I even search and rewatch even older ones. And the Lion Dad account, he does a lot of shorts, so they're I think that's pretty much all he does. So they're just very short, and you just flip through them, and you just watch one after the other, and that's what I do with him. So check them out. I really have been enjoying both of those accounts. They're wildly different from each other, but those are the kind of accounts that I follow. I don't follow currently any beauty channels at all. I wanted, let's see. I actually don't follow any helper hair channels anymore either. And the reason why, honestly, is because I don't want to be like, what's the word I'm thinking of? I don't want their opinions on anything to kind of alter my views before I even create content. Since I do a lot of beauty stuff and even helper hair, so I don't like watching, for instance, if I know like Raquel Welch came out with some new styles, I'm not going to watch any reviews until I make a review, and then I will maybe, but it's because I don't want to be sort of influenced by what they have said about either a product or helper hair or anything like that, or sort of create something similar without even thinking about it. I don't want to do that. So if that ever happens, it's complete coincidence, honestly, because I don't do it that way. Wow, we're losing whatever sun that we may have had. It's actually kind of a little muggy out here. So I think I'm gonna go in, and this actually might be the end of this vlog today. If it is, I will see you guys later on next week. Okay, I will talk to you guys later. Have a great week ahead, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Radio up and the blinds pulled down. You love it when nobody's around.